Sikupi miaka tano tena. Sikupi miaka tano tena. Sikupi miaka tano tena. Sikupi miaka tano tena.
To be a poet in this God-forsaken country is to turn pain into punctuation marks, commas for the pauses life has forced on you even before you are ready, full stops for the doors that are closed without explanation, without apology, without even a knock. To be a poet in this country is to understand that the church is not just a financial institution, but a production company. Lighting, sound, smoking machine, action, and an offering basket. A man, anointed, appointed, self-appointed, stands before 3,000 hungry people and says with the confidence of someone who has never missed a meal in his life, your breakthrough is in your seed. And they sow, not because they are foolish. And please don't call them foolish. It's because they are desperate. And desperation, ladies and gentlemen, is the gap in which some men of God have learned to monetize with exceptional skill. So, as a poet, I sit down and do the math. 3,000 people, tithe, love offering, thanksgiving offering, sadaka, mbegu ya 310, and a special envelope. For a blessing so specific, it needs its own transaction. So, as a poet, I sit down and do the math and realize the only prayer being answered here is for a man in the microphone, in the pulpit. He drives a Prado. But the people he's guiding, or rather he's leading, are using shoe, baru, legs, ass, meat, shoe, bishi, feet. Not to say God is against comfort. No, not at all, not at all. But it doesn't make sense that the same God that says your suffering is in your seed and his comfort is in the harvest. And you do that every Sunday, faithfully. You plant the seed with both hands. And please don't ask me where the money goes, because that's between God and the pastor himself. And now that God hasn't issued a press statement, your guess is as good as mine.
Sikupi miaka tano tena. 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 Sikupi miaka tano tena.
To be a poet in this God-forsaken country is to learn the science of promise. Nikiweka Biblia chini namna hii, nitapanga, nitatenda, nitafanya, nitaongea na waziri chini ya miezi 6 namna hii. That's the most expensive lie in this country. Priced at 500 shillings per water, packaged in a carrier bag full of sugar, flour, and a big smile. God, they smile so well. I think in this country, we have world-class athletes and world-class smilers. Not long after, the sugar and the flour and the soap, they run out. The 500 shilling becomes a tax that you forcefully pay for 5 years with an interest that you never agreed to. Development at the village comes 3 months to elections as a road starting from the junction, then runs comfortably for some 2 kilometers, then stops, as if the man also got tired and decided to sit down. The MP cuts a ribbon, takes photos, posts on social media, hashtag delivering on our promises. The road goes nowhere, but the caption, it trends everywhere. In Parliament, there is confusion. There are chaos, water bottles flying all over when it's a motion that discusses the common mwananchi. But when it's about their own salary, there is silence, and there are 100% attendance in the Parliament, just because men and women have found something that brings them together. The same people that discuss about healthcare don't go to public hospitals. The same people that pass education bills don't go to public schools. Instead, they take their students abroad and wire their money to accounts in countries with better roads than the ones they promised you. Every 5 years, after bloodshed and a few abductions here and there, 2 men in the name of presidential aspirants come together, sit across a table, shake hands in the name of national unity. But tell me, what's being unified here? So as a poet, to become a poet in this country is to rhyme cope and hope, while the living standards doesn't cooperate. To become a poet in this country is to describe fire even while being roasted by it. So as a poet I write, not because it can change the system, but it cannot let the system change the truth. As a poet, kukua kadi. Because change begins with me and you.
Sikupi miaka tano tena, sikupi miaka tano tena, sikupi miaka tano tena, sikupi miaka tano tena, sikupi miaka tano tena.
And that's why I've changed my watch from my left hand to my right hand, because I feel this was the right time to be with you. Thank you.